Previously on Persona 4 Arena.
The world art.
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here.
I'm much smarter than you.
And now, back to the tournament.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello. LOI Games back with some more Persona 4 Arena. Where we last left off, we kinda got the finale for Yukiko Amagi. Let's move on to see what we can do now.
The persona ability is the power to control one's own heart, and the heart is strengthened through bonds. As you form bonds by becoming involved with others, your own social links will gradually develop. The power of these social links is what will determine your persona's abilities.
Now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna choose Yukiko I'm gonna play as Yukiko right now.
Good luck.
Let's see what her story is about and how all this happened with her.
Oh, here. Yuki-chan, are you okay? Do you need any help?
She's cooking. Can't you see she's focused? And let me help the camera because it's not focused. There we go.
Huh? No, it's okay. I want to do this by myself.
I think you might need help, Yukiko. I don't think the pot is supposed to be overheating
Are you
like
sure?
that.
If you need a hand, don't hesitate to ask.
They're willing to help you. I smile back at our waitress, Kase-san, and concentrate once again on slicing the carrots and cutting on the cutting board in front of me. They seem to be flying to me. It's pretty tough to cut. I'm Yukiko Amagi. I'm the only daughter of the Amagi Inn. Some people here call the inn a famous local landmark but to be honest, that description doesn't really register with me. Honestly, I think people only see it that way because this place just happens to be the countryside town without any other standout places of interest. Let me fix the camera there. There we go. Whoops. And I hit the camera. There we go. Camera fixed. I'm having camera issues. I'm getting trained from Amagi. I'm getting training from Amagi Inn staff, but the food I'm cooking right now isn't to help out at the inn. Actually, my cooking is, well, not so great. There's no way anything I cook would be served at the inn.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
Momentarily turning her attention away from listening to the TV, in one of the guest room, Kase-san speaks to me.
Oh my, look at the time. Yuki-chan, don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Thank you.
The latter half of Golden Week starts tomorrow. Usually, I won't have that time off since I'm so busy helping out at the inn during the holidays. But I'm already been given permission to take tomorrow off. I've been given the time off because Yu-kun is coming back to spend time here in Inaba. Yukiko. He's a precious friend who transferred to Yasogami High here in Inaba last spring. He had to transfer back to his school in the city because his parents returned home from their jobs overseas. But I finally get to see him again after 2 months. Just thinking about that news puts a smile on my face. People may think, God, you cannot see the text, can you? Did not see that text. People may think I am overreacting over just 2 months, but it still makes me happy. I mean, the year spent with you-kun was quite a special year for us. I'm sure that no one would believe me if I told them, but we got dragged into a serious case that occurred in this town last year, and we solved it. The only one who led the team we created then, the investigation team, was Yukun. Most of us who were in the investigation team are going to meet up with him and meet up with his return tomorrow. I'm already excited about it. That's when an asteroid burning smell stings my nose.
Oh, right, I was grilling the fish.
I hurriedly flipped the sea bream I left on the grill. It's still good, right? Yeah, it still looks good. I think it's fine. I think it'll be fine, maybe. When I will look inside the pot, a lot of the water is gone, but the ingredients I put in there boil look soft. So it should be okay. It's probably time to turn the stove off though. I finished the final touches. I can finally take a breather.
Everyone likes this.
It's been a while since everyone at the investigation team got together, so I want to make it seem a little more like a celebration. That's why I began making this boxed lunch for all of us. But it was a lot more food to prepare than I expected. I had a new respect for our cooks. The number of guests we get here every day is way more than the amount of people I'm cooking for. They have to make a lot more food than I just did. I grabbed the largest tire lacquerware box we have and struggled to cram all of the food in.
You said the presentation of the food is important, but I think taste should be a cook's priority. Boys will eat a lot. I'm sure Chie will too. I definitely shouldn't skimp. There, all done.
I like that kimono of hers. An email? Who could it be from? I opened my cell phone and noticed a familiar name being displayed.
Oh, Chie. I wonder if she forgot where we're meeting up tomorrow.
Chie Satanaka. She's been my friend ever since I was little. She's also a member of the investigation team. We went through many things together as a result of last year's event, and now we're even closer than before. The email I received is a confirmation of our meeting place. That Chie. She must have gotten so excited over hearing that we're meeting up that she didn't bother paying attention to anything past that point. That's Chie. That's so Chie. But there was more to her email.
The Midnight Channel is on the air again.
The Midnight Channel. At midnight on a rainy night, if you look into a TV that's turned off, you'll see your soulmate. That was an urban legend that spread like wildfire into this town last year. At first I obviously thought it was just a rumor, but I was wrong. It wasn't some superstition. There actually was something to that rumor. When we tested it out ourselves, we really saw an image appear on the TV, even though it was turned off. But it wasn't actually our soulmate. The person that appeared on the TV was a victim. This is why the investigation team was formed. The phenomenon was closely tied to the incident that we resolved. In a nutshell, it was a series of murders. A few people died, and it was all over the TV news. That alone is already a serious case, but we discovered something even more shocking about that. There was a world inside TVs. Personas and shadows. We encountered so many unbelievable things that there's no way I could explain all of it. But everybody in the investigation team desperately did their best, and we managed to take care of everything. Even the Midnight Channel was shut down. So it's pretty strange it's on again all of a sudden. It seems Chie hasn't seen it in person yet, judging by her email. She just said, "Let's watch the Midnight Channel tonight." I glanced out the small window in the kitchen. Today's forecast is rain. The perfect weather for checking out the Midnight Channel.
That's not possible.
Words of denial tremble from my mouth. It's not that I don't believe Chie, it's just that I'm really, really hoping that it's not true. If the Midnight Channel is broadcasting again, are we to see another series of murders? These worries began gnawing away at my stomach. Standing up against my own shadow, that had gone berserk, and all the bonds that formed and strengthened with everybody in that investigation team are important memories of mine. But this would be something different. Even as I send off a reply to Chie, my emotions are still running wild. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, there you are. Someone's on the phone for you, Yuki-chan.
I'm so on edge that when Kasa speaks up, I jump a little. I feel like a fool. I'm all worked over. I'm worked up over the mere possibility that something's going to happen. Again, I calm myself down and smile at Kasi-san. Though this kind of old.
For me? Who can it be at this hour?
He said he was Kujikawa-san's manager and he wanted to ask you something.
Rise Kujikawa. Long introduction, isn't this one? She's an underclassmate that goes to the same high school. She's also a member of the investigation team, but she's also a famous idol and a TV and a personality. Rise has taken a break from her job during the case, but she had been making preparations since this spring. To get back into show business, she's been super busy recently. I have no idea why her manager would call me though. Kase-san jokes that they're trying to recruit me and hands the receiver to me. She ducks back though in a split certain. This isn't helping that uneasy feeling I am having earlier. I take a deep breath and put my ear to the receiver.
Hello, this is Yukiko Amagi.
Oh, I'm sorry to call so late. My name is Inoue. I'm Rise Kujikawa's manager.
Hey, nice to meet you again.
Yes, that's what I was told. How can I help you?
Well, you see, I can't reach Kujikawa. I was hoping you might know where she is.
Shouldn't she be at that tofu shop?
Huh?
They don't know where Rise-chan is? Apparently she won't answer her cell phone and isn't at her grandmother's place. Okay, so that is out. Nor at her parents' home in the city. Her exhausted manager told me he was at such a loss that out of desperation he looked up our inn number and called me since he knew that we were friends. I feel really bad for the poor guy, but
I'm sorry, I don't know.
the manager on the other side of the phone replies with a downcast, "I see." After he apologizes for calling me out of the blue like this, he ends the phone call, but not before asking me to keep Rise's disappearance under wraps. Even setting aside work, he must be worried sick about her. At least that's what he sounded like to me. The world of showbiz is pretty tough. This must be exactly rough. God, why am I so tired? For Inoue-san. Because Rise-chan also went missing last year when she took her break, so the fact that she's done this before must have him even more nervous. However, the only reason I was able to become acquainted with her was because of what happened.
Don't tell me.
The airing Midnight Channel again. Rise-chan suddenly disappearing. My mind is swirling. Misama of depressing images. And worst case scenarios. Could Rise-chan have gotten dropped into TV again? I know that my tendency to immediately gravitate to the worst possibilities is a bad habit of mine, but I just can't stop myself. I open my cell phone to bring up my list of most recent calls, but my finger stops when I see the name Yu Narakami on the display.
No, I can't go running to him with everything. There's no proof that it's happening again anyway. I shouldn't make him worry.
There isn't any reason to be concerned about anything else. Yu-kun will be returning here soon enough anyway. After being away for so long, I want to welcome him with joy, not with unnecessary burdens. There's a reasonable explanation for everything so far. I need to keep my wild thoughts to myself until I have some real confirmation.
Risa-chan's number is...
I look for Risa-chan's number on my cell phone and press the call button. 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. No response. With even unheeding rings, my anxiety grows. Why isn't she picking up? Maybe she's in an area with bad reception, or maybe she's in a dangerous situation where she can't pick up. No, I have to stop thinking like that.
Maybe I should call Yosuke.
I press the button to end the call as if trying to similarly end all my worries, and I began looking up another number. Yosuke Harumura. He's another classmate and member of the investigation team, and also apparently Yu-kun's partner. At first I thought Yosuke-kun was just calling himself that, but it seems that Yu-kun feels the same way now. Considering that he gets along with everyone pretty well and he got more friends than I do, he might know something about Risa-chan. Since he's probably the best choice to go to as long as I don't have any real information, I call up Yosuke on my cell. This time the call connects immediately. Yosuke must have answered his phone without even thinking about it. I feel a little relieved and speak up. He's probably thinking you're gonna ask him out on a date.
Yosuke-kun? Good evening. This is Yukiko. I got an email from Chie a moment ago.
Yeah, she told me to. About the Midnight Channel coming back, right?
Yeah. UASP.
Sheesh. Bet she was half asleep when she emailed you.
Hearing Yosuke's cheerful voice takes a bit more of my worries away. I make sure to choose my words carefully, to try and not make things sound too serious, and rely on what I heard Rise-chan from her manager.
Actually, I just received a phone call about Rise-chan disappearing. Well, not literally disappearing, but anyway, it seems her people can't get in touch with her.
Really? She didn't mention any problems she was having to you, right?
No, I think she would have told us if anything was troubling her. She was busy, but happy to be working.
Scooby-Doo seems to be the good case scenario in this.
Right. And now rumors of the Midnight Channel coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gradually tell Yosuke-kun all my fears. I promise Iori-san that I wouldn't tell anyone, but I figure that the investigation team needs to know things like this. After all, Rise-chan has been through things with us that I'm sure she would have kept secrets from her manager. After we talk about Rise-chan's disappearance, a slight awkward silence falls upon the conversation. Has Yosuke-kun come to the same conclusion as I have? But Yosuke-kun breaks the silence after a quick moment, and he responds back with a serious yet cheerful manner.
Let's not get carried away. First, we need to see if the Midnight Channel's really back.
Let's check it out, shall we?
There's no use worrying over things we don't know are happening. It's always important to be sure first, right?
That's true. It's times like these that I once again realized that my friends on the investigation team are wonderful. Yu-kun, who is calm and decisive. Yosuke-kun, who is always a source of good cheer. And it's not just the two of them. Everyone's personalities on the team complement each other. And because of this, we were able to overcome all inconvenience obstacles that we faced.
You're right. Thank you, Yosuke-kun.
What do I have a feeling he's going to ask her on a date after this? Oh, okay, never mind. I think Yosuke couldn't hang up. There's no use getting flustered. First, we need to confirm the current situation and then think of a plan based on what we learned. This feels nostalgic. A smile formed on my lips as my worries subsided a bit. The lessons learned from last year are helping me now. The Midnight Channel airs at midnight. I've got a lot of time to kill until then. Oh, I know. I have to clean up the kitchen. I don't want to leave a mess for cooks when they arrive in the morning. After I finish cleaning up off after myself and take a bath, I return to my room. I look at the clock, but it still's not even close to midnight.
There's still time.
I try reading a book, but nothing is sticking with me. I even feel like time is moving slower. I just want the Midnight Channel to hurry up and get
It's
here.
all right. I'm sure things will be fine. Nothing will happen.
I know that sound all too well.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
Be the manliest of all men! Come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resaltable, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go.
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince, the unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep in the realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2,000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
Crap, my camera messed itself up. There we go. I sit in the Junes food court, look with a big boxed lunch I made yesterday, and a heavy heart. Until yesterday evening, my only concerns of today were cooking enough food for everyone and worrying about whether Junes would be crowded. A lot has changed in the few hours. So, instead of coming here early to reserve space for my friends, now I'm here even earlier because I'm worried about the event last night. On the side note, sitting here right now makes me realize that there's a lot more people in this town than I had ever imagined. And with that, many people, quite a few of them, probably saw the Midnight Channel broadcast last night.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. I don't know why it's back either. I know that I'm not going to get any answers to that question, but I can't help but mutter to myself as I sit and wait. This is the first time a group of us have appeared on the Midnight Channel. Chie and some of the others were on it last night, but this was my first time seeing myself on it in person. No matter how hard I tried to deny it, there's no doubt it was me. They even gave me a ridiculous title, The Unconquerable Snow Black? What's that even supposed to mean? Everybody else got nostalgic names too, but it was no laughing matter. Actually, I can't even remember what my friends were called. The only thing that registered was that all of them were pretty awkward. I was too stunned to catch anything more than that. When Chie called me afterward, I finally came to my senses. The situation just seems to be more serious than I had imagined earlier. Especially considering that Rise isn't the one that we haven't been able to get a hold of.
Yukiko, you're early!
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning, Chie. I couldn't stop thinking about things, so I wrapped up my shift at the inn early and came here.
Just as my thoughts were getting gloomy again, Chie's cheerful voice is there to snap me out of my funk. I look up to see my best friend Chie waving at me. Yeah, I shouldn't keep dwelling on bad thoughts. It'll all be okay. I'm sure we'll be able to handle this. I reassure myself and show Chie what I brought.
I actually made a boxed lunch for everyone. Let's eat it together later.
Wow, a boxed lunch? You made it?
Yeah, those drops were, necessary. I shrug and give myself a weary smile at Chie's reaction.
Don't worry, I made sure to taste test it first, so it won't be like last year.
Well, at least you tried to taste test it. What?
Well, you've got a point. We don't want people to keep calling us poison chefs, do we?
You did poison us.
Ooh, that does smell really good. Oh man, I can't wait to try it.
How about you order yourself a beef steak or whatever? Get some meat. Hearing Chie's delighted voice even makes me happy. I wonder if everybody will be as excited about my food as Chie is. Just as I was thinking about how to bring it up to everyone, I hear a familiar, cheerful voice from behind.
Hey there, sorry I'm late. I ran into this guy at the elevator. Good to see you guys again.
Yay!
Welcome back! We missed you! The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well.
Yeah, so are you. You're looking spunk.
Welcome back. Should we...
It's Yosuke-kun and Yu-kun. Chie is off happy as can be, but I'm still a little lost in my emotions. I wonder how much Yu-kun knows about what happened yesterday. Yosuke-kun is the first to notice that I'm getting at and casually transitions into that subject.
Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
Yukun smiles at my words. His kind smile and calm demeanor, Yukun hasn't changed at all. I'm happy, but there's definitely a sadder side to this reunion. I wish this could just be a fun gathering with us all reuniting like normal people. Crap, stop hitting camera. My thoughts are interrupted by the exaggerated cough. It's just gonna Apparently he was waiting for us all to sit down. After grabbing our attention, Yosuke couldn't begin to
Well,
speak.
it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return, I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Yeah.
Oh, the team is back!
Yay.
Just hearing that name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
It gets you fired up? Well, my question is, do you have a fire in your belly?
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Yes, it is, Yosuke. Shut up. Yosuke-kun sarcastically teases us for applauding, but after glancing around at everybody, I'm sure we all felt that was appropriate. I mean, there's no reason for any of us to turn that down. We have friends missing and there's something causing trouble. Of course, we're going to help out and get to the bottom of this. After confirming that everyone's on board, Yosuke-kun continues on. Our reunion is now full-fledged tactical meeting of the investigation
Let's
team.
get cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter. No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Huh. Rise, we couldn't get a hold of yesterday either. Nobody's heard from them either, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff.
I don't think she wants to know.
She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her.
Well, you did what you thought was
She
best.
seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
Who wouldn't be? The three of our friends who are mysteriously absent. Hearing it from Chie was one thing, but talking about it in a meeting like this is not seeing faces that should be here makes it all hit home. Even though there's no way to worry about Naoto-kun, what could be so important that she can't be here? Since Naoto-kun is such a skilled detective, it would be much more reassuring of her if she was here. But bringing that up to the group won't help now. I need to focus on all of us who are here to do.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah, usually it'll be all fuzzy at first.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here. Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
I can understand Chie's anger. From what she told me, she tried talking to some girls who were chatting about the Midnight Channel, but they ran away from her. Definitely because they saw the Midnight Channel. I hated hearing the whisper of scoring princess under people's breath after the Midnight Channel aired last year. So I can empathize with Chie's feelings, but I feel a little better about it this time. Back then I didn't see the broadcast for myself, so I didn't know what I looked like. Of course, I still hated that I was on it again, and it's still really embarrassing.
What bothers me most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Yeah, you can't find him.
This smells fishy.
This smells very fishy.
Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
Yosuke-kun has a point. In order to investigate the reappearance of the Midnight Channel, it would be fastest to just go inside the TV. But
Won't we be stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
exactly. We can enter TVs because we are Persona users, but without Teddy preparing a TV inside, the TV world for us to exit through would be trapped there. Yosuke laughed proudly in response with a shared word.
Not so. I've had Teddy keep the exit TV out on that side.
Look at
mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there. Is everyone ready?
Let's head out.
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
Yeah, me too. Don't know why. It's like a parallel me just happened to be in this situation. Everyone nods at Yosuke-kun's words. Oh, I forgot to mention the food I made. What should I do? Should I bring it up after we go inside the TV? Well, we're in the middle of a serious situation now, so this is definitely not the time for box lunches. I'll bring it up afterwards. We'll all eat a great meal together after the case has been solved. It will be the perfect motivation for us to solve the case. As I work up my resolve, Chie suddenly taps on my forehead.
Yukiko, it'll be alright. You don't need to scrunch up your face.
Was I doing that?
Aw, cute.
Yeah, you're gonna give yourself wrinkles.
I'll be more careful.
Don't worry, things are different from the way they were last year. We're old pros at this.
Chie knows that I'm oppressive, so she tries to make me smile. But she's right. I shouldn't get myself too worked up. I smile in response to my best friend's thoughtfulness, and then we are off, following Yu-kun and Yosuke-kun.
It's a holiday, so the store's full of people.
I feel like things are picking up around town.
Crap. Stop that. Your afro!
You know, it's been a while since last time.
I'm a little nervous.
Oh, wait! There are still people in this aisle!
Hey, get ready! Customers are going away! Uh-huh.
I like how they're all like scrunched together. There we go. They're now apart. Let's go! Invertedness!
Isn't this different from usual?
It's inverted and faster.
What can we do? We can't stop now!
I like how two people had their eyes open and the other two had their eyes closed. Bookmark, yes. Alright, this has gone a little bit over what I usually do, but I guess it's acceptable. Anyway, like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe to become part of the archives, and I'll see you all later. Peace